Hello and welcome back. Thank you for joining me for lesson 6 of the 28-day Moon Meditation Essential Program. This is the final lesson that will prepare you for the daily practices. I hope you watched the 5 previous lessons which contain essential information to understand why it is important that we engage in this work. In the previous lesson, we learned about our subtle energy system made of prana, nadis, and chakras. We uncovered the mystery of the movement of prana ascending and descending along the spine in relationship to the phases of the moon. In this lesson, we'll focus on using breathing and visualization to reinforce your energy system and align with the cycle of the moon. You can tap into the never-ending flow by simply doing this practice. Each day of the 28 days in the moon's cycle, we focus on a different point in the spine. The moon's energy and our energy move in synchronicity. Daily practice gives you the opportunity to work with special points along your spine, each of which plays an important role in your life. Each of us experiences the daily point of energy differently, depending on if we have free-flowing energy or an emotional blockage there. You may find tender or sore spots, and by bringing awareness to these areas, you can bring healing energy to these energy centers. As you move up and down the spine, you may feel pain, release, ecstasy, or emotional and physical sensations. Do not be surprised if you feel relief in an area of your body far away from the point in your spine. Everything is connected in mysterious ways. This is part of the journey, part of the inner treasure hunt we are on together. We don't know what we will find, but we know that our discoveries will be enlightening and can heal us, rejuvenate us. So how do the practices work? First, you need to identify what day of the moon cycle it is. The easiest and quickest way to do this is to refer to the moon cycle daily start and end times list. This list is located on the ITH weekly bulletin board at innertreasurehunt.com/weekly-bulletin-board. You might want to bookmark this page. Just scroll down the bulletin board until you come to the moon cycle daily start and end times list. The list is updated regularly, so you can always find the current moon phase. Find the current day and time for where you are based on Pacific times shown and do the 15-minute practice for that day. Let me give you some examples of how the list works. Say it's October 10th at 1 o'clock p.m. in Chicago, Illinois. Chicago is 2 hours ahead of Pacific time, so that makes it 11 a.m. Pacific. We can see on the list that day 5 starts on October 10th at 9:10 a.m., which means you would do the day 5 practice. Now let's say it's once again October 10th at 1 o'clock p.m., but this time in Tokyo, Japan. In October, Tokyo is 16 hours ahead of Pacific time across the international deadline, so we subtract a day, which makes it 9 p.m. on October 9th. We can see on the list that day 4 starts on October 9th at 7:54 a.m. and continues until October 10th at 9:09 a.m., which means you would do the day 4 practice. If you have any questions or problems, please let us know. Once you have the correct moon cycle day, you can watch the practice for that day. Every practice is slightly different based on the moon cycle day, but they all follow a pattern. Practices start with abdominal breathing, which is the best introduction to any meditative state. You begin relaxing and recharging your internal batteries. You are letting go of toxic thoughts and emotions and disengaging from stress. And even more importantly, breathing grounds you. You need to be in your body to get benefits from the practices. If you check out, nothing happens in terms of healing. Then you focus on the daily spinal point of energy, which is the treasure trove of your inner treasure hunt. You will discover countless marvels by doing this work. The practices are about 15 minutes long, but you can stay longer to let your healing unfold if you have time and if you need it. Let's review a practice so you will be familiar with all the aspects of how it works. But first, a warning and a suggestion. The warning. If an eclipse occurs on a new moon or a full moon, do not do the daily practice. Eclipses bring a disturbing energy and moon meditations bring receptive energy, so this is not a good match. The recommendations of the ancient traditions were to not eat or have sex during or for several hours after an eclipse. Now the suggestion. You can practice at any time, but you may obtain better results at night because the night is the domain of the moon. Let's review a practice so you will be familiar with all the aspects of how it works. To begin the practice, find a quiet place to sit or lay down. If you are in a chair, choose one that supports your back. You will close your eyes and breathe. First, you will do some abdominal breathing. You will place your hands on your belly and observe the natural movement of your abdomen as you breathe in and out. For today's example, let's imagine that we are on day 1 of the moon cycle. You will visualize the moon in the night sky as you move deeper into your journey. By visualizing the moon and its specific shape on that day, you attune yourself to her energy, which allows you to understand her and her to see you. This is the shamanic way to communicate with the forces of nature. This part of the practice gives you the ability to exchange energy with and receive special gifts from the moon. The point of energy that is activated on day 1 is the sacrum and L5 at the base of the spine. You will bring your focus to the bottom of your spine. You'll be feeling the big triangular bone at the base of your spine. You will expand your awareness to encompass a larger area around this part of your spine. Then slowly narrow your focus back to the more precise spot. You can repeat the process of slowly expanding and contracting your focus around the point until the energy starts awakening and reveals itself to you. It will feel like pressure, a vague sensation, a tension, but possibly pain too. Each point on the spine has a corresponding point in the front of the body you will focus on to clear and activate. For day 1, the corresponding point is below the navel. You need to know that the spine and the energy centers are not always pure divine light. They are the dwelling of the most archaic of our karmic patterns, old traumas, repressed emotions, beliefs that belong to our parents and ancestors. And with this practice, we are shining light on our ancient history. This is like doing self-archaeology on your own skeleton. Remember that you are not working just with bones, nerves, and muscles, you are working with energy. Things will start to unfold and reveal something, a story, your story, of course. This is not easy to access and not easy to dislodge either, so you need to be patient. It may take many cycles to really move the energy out of your system. Once you lock into the spot, breathe into it, give it space so it shows you what it is about for you. Sometimes the pain is really intense, so don't be scared, it's normal. It means that you are close to find something. You are close to a personal treasure trove. This spot may connect with other places in your body, uncovering an entire complex pattern that you may recognize or not. Old symptoms that you know may show up. Old wounds, past memories of trauma, memories of surgeries you thought you had healed. As you become aware of it, you will begin to feel the energy moving differently in your body. In the end of the practice, you will have the opportunity to repeat a positive affirmation to support an area of your life. You will create this sentence or personal mantra yourself so it matches perfectly your needs of the moment. During the entire waxing phase, your positive affirmation will be about something new you want to create or something you want to grow. For example, you can grow your abundance during the waxing phase of the moon. During the entire waning phase, your positive affirmation will be about releasing or letting go of something that no longer serves you, or growing roots, meaning going deeper or reinforcing the foundation of something you are building in your life. For example, you can destroy debts during the waning phase of the moon, or growing deeper roots in your relationships. Congratulations! You've made it through a complex series of lessons and now your real work begins. The next steps of your journey is to do the daily practices aligned with the days of the moon's cycle. And you can repeat the journey every month. Each of the 28 practices that follow align with one of the days in the moon's cycle. Ideally, you will start your practice on a new moon, but I don't want you to wait, so please start now by finding where the moon is today by using the online moon phase calendar. If you have problems accessing the lessons or practices, just visit innertreasurehunt.com to get in touch with us. I am so glad that you are part of this mysterious journey through the 28 days of the moon. Thank you for your interest, and when you are ready, please begin your first moon meditation.